Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zai. Anyways, man, I'm on my way to work, dude. Actually, I'm not even that far from work, but I just wanted to put this video out here real quick. Just because, I wanted to say something to the trolls. Now, look if you've been on my channel for a long time and you constantly making comments, and a lot of you, I know it's you because you say the same exact thing no matter how many profiles you switch. And I block. Some of you I haven't even blocked. I just don't entertain you. And understand, if you feel like your comment is not in the comment, I don't erase comments. It's just I got it to where they screen the comments, and if you say something, sometimes you don't even have to say nothing bad. It's just YouTube will feel like it's something, and they'll put your comments to review, and then I'll go and I'll review your comments. If you say something stupid, 9 out of 10 I won't even respond to. I just leave it, and I'll just leave it. And for the people that make righteous comments, even the ones that might be in opposition but got something to say, like in a way towards respectful, I review your comments and I allow it. It's just what it is. Who wants to see stupid comments all the way up and down? But if you're a troll on my channel, or you're a supposed hater or Zod, or you're one of those fools that swear to your mama's grave that you'll do something to me but haven't did nothing, you're no longer a troll. You're a fan. Like you're really a fan of Zod, regardless, because you're just a fan, and it's cool. I'm a humble guy, so it's good to be a fan of me. Now, with that being said, the whole thing I want to talk about is this whole music thing. Now, I see a lot of people come to the comments, and for the most part, outside of the trolls, for the most part, I got good input, and I got people that really felt like maybe a couple of things could have been tweaked, but for the most part, they feel like in somewhat elevate, like in certain songs, and this one was one of those that, though it was disrespectful, it was a little play in the words. Not much, but there was still play in the words, and people respected that fact, regardless if this is the only year that I'm gonna drop this album and be done with it. But they still respect the fact that regardless of my age, I'm still able to put out music that's appealing in some way. Not to everybody, but to some cats like the fact that I come grimy, and that I'm not just one of these fools that just can't rap, period. Now, with that being said, like others on the channel like to point out the fact that my rap is along the lines of Chicago, and let me just tell you, that's a plus to me. If you put me on the same level as rappers in Chicago or New York, I have nothing bad to say about that. You know why? Because at the end of the day, everything started, sorry, I had to turn on the cooler. Everything started on the East Coast. When people say that there's no originality as far as like I'm not being original, understand this, man. Rap started on the East Coast. The West Coast adopted it, changed it up, and started the whole gangster rap. Easy and them, you know what I mean? The godfathers of it, you know what I mean? You can't forget Big Daddy Kane and all them, or what is it? Not even Big Daddy Kane T. There's other rappers that have put forth, E40, all them. And there's only a few that have an original style. And for the most part, when East Coast started criticizing them, a lot of these cats switched up and start being more metaphoric with their rap. They wanted to show that they had bars. And so that shows that the East Coast had influence. Even the fools that try to rap fast. At one time, that was the dudes from the East Coast and the Midwest and stuff like that incorporated that style. A lot of fools that speak on it have to be my haters, because if you're black and you're talking about ripping of styles, well, the cats that were out here from LA that was saying Wody, 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 and everybody dressing like what's his name, Juvenile and all them, you ripped a style that wasn't yours, but you incorporated because it sounds cool. You got cats that immediately, when the Detroit style came out, you know what I mean, they immediately elevated to it, and then everybody switched their flow to that. At the end of the day, everybody is gonna do what they need to in order to make their shit sound that much flyer, you know what I mean? And for the most part, some cats will never have it because their style was just too basic, and so they'll never go nowhere, you know what I mean? There's no real such thing as originality anymore when it comes. So when you criticize me over adopting the whole drill style, understand this, man. Everybody does it. You got, if you're black and you say enemigo, that's a Spanish word, but you say enemigo because it adds flavor to your song. You had Tiger just do one straight disrespectful, but it was to most people it was comedic because it was just comedic to them. But they're Mexican, so you know that's on them to decide whether it's disrespectful or not. And then some were up in arms about it. At the end of the day, Tiger's still gonna do Tiger and it's gonna go untouched. But that's not my problem. You know what I mean? That's on people that feel disrespected by his song. And that's not even to bring him into it, but it's just to point out certain things. Like everybody adopts other people's lingo. You know what I'm saying? Enemigo, ops, for the people that don't pay attention to Call of Duty and that was a gamer, ops just basic opposition. They use ops in all types of games. I'm a gamer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Chicago made the word popular, but it was already out there. So, and that's not to take nothing from them because they've actually you know, produce a lot of good artists out of it. You got Kanye West, you got Common, you got all the drill cats, whether negative or positive. You've had Twister. Man, they have so many cats out there that have been doing it for so long. So for cats to get on here and try to criticize me about adopting certain things and certain words, you gotta be stupid. And for the ones that like to point out race but then be hypocritical about that, like in one sense you're saying I'm black, so stop acting Mexican, but I don't adopt Mexican rap style, so now there's an issue with that because I'm not keeping it real. And most of these cats are like dropout busters or busters and whatever, you know what I mean? Like if you want to disrespect the ass, I'm gonna disrespect you too. But are just names in general that just couldn't hack it, so they try to, you gotta make it make sense. I'm black and Panameño, so I will say and talk the way I want. I don't use nigga in my stuff because it just wasn't my style. When I interact with family members, that's a different thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. But I don't need to put that in my rap to make it sound appealing. And for the people that come on here that use the N-word in your rap but got something to say about somebody else talking a certain way, you are straight. You have to be slow. You have to be really slow to not understand how you sound dictating that. That's like me seeing a Crip that's Mexican and want to talk mess about him. I don't care. That's his business. Or he's white and he's a blood. That's not my business. I don't care. Like it just, you know what I mean? For the most part, I'm gonna give them their kudos because you're basically essentially going against the grain and gonna have issues with cats that, you know, that are of your race. And it's like, you got to weather that. So when I see cats able to repel that, I give them their props. Or the cats that are mixed and don't really know which way to go, but they find it and still get issue, but they still give out issue. Like I know there's a lot of cats that, you know, that are mixed or, you know, white and bang with this, that are really with the business. And I had to give them theirs. And then I know there's some fools that were straight weenies. But all in all I'm saying is you can't talk about people adopting your culture when you're constantly trying to adopt another person's culture. Not even adopt it, just appropriate it, and then have the nerve to talk about what somebody else does with a few words. You know what I mean? All in all, like this, man, if you're black and you're using Hispanic words, but then you want to talk shit because they use the N-word, you're a hypocrite. If you're Hispanic and you talk about blacks using Mexican culture or any Hispanic culture or Latin culture, but you sound black and you sag and you do all this other stuff and you appropriate a word in order to make your rap sound that much better, you know what I mean? Because in some cases that's the only thing that makes some of you shit sound good, is that you got that little ghetto word comes out. And if you're white and you do the same thing, or any race, and you appropriate another race in a bad way, but got criticism for other people that may utilize it in a positive way, you're a hypocrite. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Like, you sound stupid. Like, you have to be, I don't want to say the R word, but you have to be mentally slow and not in order to not see how you sound when you say it. I'm true to what I say. I'm from a Mexican gang. I'm old now, but you know, I did my time. I did my thing with it. I have the right to do a lot of things, but even then, I may not rap like that because it's just not my style of rap. The homies that do it, you know what I mean? That's their stilo, you know what I mean? It's Chicano rap, so I have nothing against it. me personally, it doesn't really fit me, regardless of how I sound. It doesn't really fit me, and when I try to do it, you know, people say, not you know, but they like, hey, it don't fit you, so I don't do it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm a rap according to the way I feel I need to rap, and drill is just fire. You know what I mean? And I know that I've did a lot of things that people will never know. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it goes without saying. That's all I'm gonna say on that, man. Don't be hypocritical. If you're adopting something different, but you're criticizing somebody for adopting yours, you're an idiot. That's all I'm gonna say on that. With that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and take my butt to work, which I still got time before I gotta go in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this little stuff in. But with that being said, man, I'll be back at you with other videos. But you know, this is just one I wanted to talk about because dudes just sound like idiots. That being said, I'm your boy Zon. I'm out.